All right, in the last video, we just finished up drawing this or creating this extra plane that is parallel to this plane back here in order to get the same skateboard shape, the cross-section shape drawn onto here. So what we're going to do is we're going to right-click on this, and we're going to create, no, I don't have the create sketch, so I want to click out in the white space and try it again. Right-click on the plane, create sketch. I must have had something else selected when I did that. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm actually going to go into kind of the 3D view to do this part. So I'm going to hold Shift, hold the zoom key, rotate around, and we should be working on, actually if we zoom more, we'll see we are working on a flat plane at that point. It's kind of hard to tell when you're like in this view here. But ultimately what we want to do is we want this same shape out here, because that skateboard shape should be the same all the way here to the end of the truck, and then it starts to change through the curve. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to project this line over to here. So what I can do is come up into this drop down. There's probably a shortcut key. I think it's P, but we'll just go into here, project include, and I just want to get this thing called project. So I click on that, and it says geometry. So I just start clicking on the things that I want to project onto this, and it kind of shows a copy of it. So I'm going to click on that arc, and then click on the flat line down there, and you see it kind of filling in. It's a little hard to see. And then click on that other part of the flat line, and then the other arc that was mirrored from before. And now we should have a direct copy or a projection of that original one right up to there. So we don't have to worry about drawing all this stuff in. And the cool thing about it is it should change when, if we change the dimensions on this, I believe that projection changes onto here too. Okay, so we got the projection there. I'll hit OK. And that's it for this sketch. So I'm going to click Finish Sketch. Okay, so now we have two kind of cross-section areas of the skateboard. And the next part is I need to put a sketch on this point here and on this point here. And again, they're on the tail and the nose, it's not concave. It's just a straight line. So I'm going to go ahead and put another plane here and then draw a straight line that has the same end-to-end dimension. And that was going to be a total of 9.5 inches because it was 4 3/4 from the center line over there on that first one there. So I'm going to go up here to get this new offset plane at that point. So I'm going to go to Construct, Offset Plane. Instead of Distance, I'm going to select To Object. And the object is going to be here. I'm kind of going in different order now, but because I haven't selected what plane it's going to be yet. But the object, I know I want to go to that point there, that top point. So I'm going to click there. And then I'm going to go back to here. What plane do I want to copy? I want to copy this one, the one that we originally drew that cross-section on. So I make sure it's gray, click there, and you see that new copy of that plane there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to draw a sketch on there, right click on that, create sketch, zooms to normal. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm just going to draw a straight horizontal line up here randomly, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to attach it to that point, the midpoint of it. So I'll show you what I meant. I'm just going to go back to where the view was, get my line tool, click a Lego somewhere randomly, make sure it's a horizontal line, 0 degrees. I'm going to click to set it down. Oops, I didn't want it. Well, it's okay. I'm going to dimension it. I'm going to hit Escape to, I should have double clicked. I'm going to hit D to dimension it. Click and let go of that. Click to set that down to 9.5 inches, 9.5, enter. And then this thing is horizontal, right? I can't move, but it can't. It doesn't know where it lives. So I'm going to go into 3D a little bit, Shift, and then the Zoom key. And what I want to do is I want to put the midpoint of this line on that dot. So I'm going to use constraint to do that. I'm going to get that triangle, which is the midpoint constraint. I'm going to click on that dot, and then I'm going to click on that line, and it should snap right down to it if I'm able to select it. Maybe I didn't get the dot. Oh, it's not letting me here, so I'm going to hit Escape. Maybe my view is messing me up. So maybe I'll select the line, midpoint constraint, and then the dot. There we go. All right, so sometimes it matters, or sometimes I wasn't able to click on it because of my view. So there we go. The midpoint constraint, the middle of this line is at that dot. All right, I'm going to end this video, and we're going to do the same thing up at this point in the next video.